Hey, this is Big John Huggy Bear, right down here in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Big John, aka Huggy Bear. What's up, man?
Hey, just my way, Bill. What's going on, Staxx? Love your show, love the program. Down here at Daytona Beach, we just survived Oktoberfest. Had a great time down here, man. We had a couple. We lost one brother down on Main Street. Well, he's in critical care, not doing too well.
That's the guy that drove off, that was drinking.
Drove off. Yeah, he was drinking. He drove. I hung out with him that afternoon. I said, bro, you go over. He went home. Then he came back to Main Street, got drunk, drove off. They could have stopped him. They could have took the key fob, but they took and they videotaped him while he rode away, man. I don't know why they ever did that, you know. But he was here earlier that day, and he went home, chilled out, came back later, and don't know what happened. But, you know, I would have stopped him. I would have just talked to him and took his key fob, stopped him, you know. But
yeah,
other than that, you know, we all survived Main Street. You know, we had a good time.
How long have you been down there?
I've been in Florida 10 years now, man. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, the Easton area, from Easton, Pennsylvania. That's where I grew up, Larry Holmes' town. I worked for Larry for a short time in his nightclub. I was his disc jockey for a little while.
Yeah.
Rode in the motorcycle club scene a little bit. I was a Sutar Soldier Nomad for a little while. I rode with Rooster, the crew, for a little while. And I retired out of the motorcycle club scene due to health reasons. I went blind, had a motorcycle accident. Currently in a nursing home working on getting out of here. And I also rode bicycle club scene, man. That's a real happening scene up in Jersey up there. We rode up in Jersey. The Jersey Devils, man. They're cool cats. Check them out. Facebook, Instagram, Jersey Devils Bicycle Club. Them cats ride around Philadelphia, the Jersey Shore. We rode all over the country. We rode out in Las Vegas. Every year there's a big gathering called OBC, One Big Club. Well, it's one big crew. They call it the OBC. It's on YouTube. You'll see a lot of our videos. We just get together and raise hell out in Vegas, man, and party all for like 4 or 5 days out, and we just take Vegas over. A bunch of guys get together and run bicycles out there, build custom bicycles, and just have a big party and a lot of fun, man. Lots and lots of fun.
It brings back your childhood, right? It brings back your childhood.
Built some crazy bicycles. I built some not electricity bicycles, pedal bikes, but we build them with big ape hangers. You know, the low rider scenes, the chulos out there, and all that stuff. And we were actually out in bars already out on the Jersey Shore. We pull in, we've had cuts on and stuff like that. And people say, well, we didn't hear you pull up, you know? And they're like, we didn't hear you pull up. I said, no, we pull up with pedal bikes, you know? They come outside, they look, they see these custom bicycles, they start laughing, man. They're like, what the hell? You know,
you guys wear cuts? You wear cuts?
Yeah, we wear cuts, yeah. Yeah, we had some cuts on and stuff like that. Check us out sometime.
Is there a prospect phase for this club?
Yeah, there's a prospect phase. It could take 6 months to a year to get in. We actually done away with the cuts because there was an incident where they ran into a club and the club took the cuts from them. I ain't going to say the clubs because I don't want to, you know, I ain't going to say nothing about that. Put the club out there, you know, on no bad terms or nothing like that. But the club did take the cuts from them, you know.
Wow.
But, yeah, the club said, you know, but other clubs had no problems with it, you know what I'm saying?
Did you guys have bottom rockers? Was
it bottom rockers. No.
Was it a diamond pedal bike club?
No, it wasn't no diamond involved, nothing like that. It just said Jersey Devils, just a center patch. Just said Jersey Devils, that's all. BC on the bottom, Bicycle Club. No rocker, nothing like that. But they went to a T-shirt now. They're a soft cut now. So it's cool though, man. But the whole bicycle club scene is really cool. If you research it, there's clubs all over the country, all over the world, bicycle clubs, but a lot of them now have went to soft cuts. They done away with their vests and stuff like that. On the West Coast, more of them now out there. They still wear their cuts though, but they went to prints instead of wearing patches. They went to prints on their vests now. They are embroidered their vests down.
It's
but
still
it doesn't
pretty
want
cool,
to.
though. It's cool.
Oh
It's
yeah, it's
something
happening,
different.
man. It's still happening. I love the bicycle culture, man. I love it. We don't really have a bicycle scene in Florida yet, but there are some. Like down in Cocoa Beach, we have the Chapaderos. They're worldwide Chapaderos. They're really cool guys. But I don't know of any other bicycle crews in Florida other than them and Nothing But Love. We got a little small chapter down here, but they're more of a family. They call themselves the Nothing But Love Familia, and that started in Allentown, Pennsylvania. But they went worldwide. They're as far as Amsterdam, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Colombia. That's a Latino-based family. But they do car shows. They do lowrider bicycles. They do a lot. They do a lot for charity. Them guys too. Same with the Jersey Devils. There was the Buzzards. A lot of bicycle, lots of bicycle scene out there, and they're involved with lowrider cars as well and such like that. Myself, I've done lowrider cars. I've done bicycles, custom bicycles. My son runs Keystone Customs up in Pennsylvania, where he builds custom bicycles. He's into dirt bike riding, racing dirt bikes. He was into motorcycles, but he got out of it. He's got a family now, and now he's just into dirt bikes and bicycles. And
Yeah.
he's going to work on building a rat rod car soon, or a lowrider truck or something like that. So I'm glad he's off the motorcycle. He almost got hurt on a motorcycle. And it was
It's
just the other day.
dangerous. So, can you walk
Yeah,
me through what happened with you in your accident? How did you get there?
I was going out through the Daytona Loop. Have you been to Daytona yet, Bill?
I've been down there one time, yes.
I was going out through the Daytona Loop, and a tree literally came down, bang, cracked the front of my Harley. I had a Heritage Softail. It hit the front of my Softail, and it just wiped it out, tore the front end off the bike.
Wow.
And then after that, it just it messed me up a little bit. I got the bike back together, and I sold it then. That
so
kind of
you're riding it, and it fell on you?
It fell on the bike. Yeah. If you go on my page, you'll see the pictures of the bike. I got a video too. I put a video up of it. Yeah. And it's lucky I had a helmet on. I would have took my head off, man.
Wow.
I would have took my head off. That tree would have, man. But yeah, I never wore helmets before, but I swear by them now, man. Put a helmet on. I had a full face on that day. If I never would have had it on, it would have took my head right off me.
What kind of injuries did you have from that?
Oh, I didn't have many. I didn't have just bruises and brush burns and stuff. That's all. Yeah. That's about it. But
So what kind of situations have you seen throughout the years? I know you've seen a lot of things, right?
bike accident wise, living in Florida, I've seen a lot. I seen a girl get killed on the bridge one day. Her old man popped the wheelie and threw her off the back. I've seen a lot of bike accidents, man. I've seen a guy get run over one day, like mostly show offs. I seen a guy on I-4 one day out there on the way to Orlando. He was flying, sport bike guy showing off, and he blew by me doing probably $120. I'm doing 65. Then he decides to pull up a wheelie and right in the back of a truck he went. Mainly sport bike guys showing off, bro. Just flying like bat out of hell. They don't want to slow it down. Then they don't want to slow down.
Have you had other accidents over the years?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've had dirt bike accidents when I was younger. We had a motorcycle accident one time on Nova Road. Me and a girl, Kimmy, we were going to get a tattoo one night, and we made the turn. We're coming off 6th Street onto A Street. We hit gravel. We went down. I got hurt. Wound up down the hospital and got some bad bruising and brush burn, road rash. Where she landed on top of me, she was okay, which was good. I had that one. We had the one on the loop. I had one in Philadelphia one time. Me and my ex-wife were coming back, and it just started raining, and I hit the front brake just to slow down a little bit, and down we went. I got brush burn on that one. Let's see what other one I had. Oh, I had somebody hit me from behind one time. I had a couple of good ones in my day. My dad had an accident one time when he was younger. My dad had an accident. Yeah, my dad was an old rider. He rode for many years. He was a flat track racer in Reading, Pennsylvania on the Reading Fairgrounds. Both my dad and uncle raced flat track motorcycles in the 60s, and then they gave it up when they got married and had children. They gave up the old racing. They ran Harley Davidson XR 750s. That's what I learned on an old XR 750 when I was a kid, how to run. And then I had many bikes growing up, stuff like that. I started when I was like 4 years old. My Uncle Bob gave me a old Speedway Scarab mini bike. and I rode that. And then when I was about 6 or 7, then we got an old Kawasaki, and then this guy, Pizza, we called him, Randy Piazza, me and him, we rode around the field raising hell out there. And we used to go around town just finding dirt bikes and fixing them up and racing them around Easton and Phillipsburg, New Jersey, and running from the cops across the railroad tracks and stuff like that. Yeah. They always knew who I was, the cops, because they would come right to the house because Dad was in the club, and they knew our house. They knew where the bikes were at because Dad always had people at the house wrenching and stuff like that. I remember one time I had ran from them, and I threw the motorcycle in the bushes, and I sat on a friend's porch and just sat there, and the cops waited for me, and they knew I stole the bike, and it was a dirt bike. I didn't steal it, but I had stolen my own dirt bike from the impound downtown at the police garage, and they knew I took it, and I threw it in the bushes, and they saw me sitting there, and they knew where the bike was from. They knew it. They were waiting for me to get it out of the bushes, and I got the bike out of the bushes, and they got me. I was like, damn it. Well, so they impounded it back then, and I was scared to go home because Pop was going to go get the bike out anyway, but I was more scared to go home and see Pop about the bike, but he's like, no, you go get your bike back. You're going to have to go carry newspapers and collect soda bottles and pay the fine to get it back, but I'll go get your bike back. And that was an old Harley 125 I had then. I always loved
old Harley dirt bike.
I had an old Harley dirt bike back then, yeah. I just
seen one for sale.
Yeah. Oh, those are sweet. Yeah. I seen them. There was an old antique bike show down here in Daytona. I seen one down here. It looked just like the one I had way back in the day. Some of them old bikes bring big dollars now,
Yeah.
And back then, people were throwing them out in the garbage, and we would go around collecting that stuff, and they were like, nobody wanted them, People couldn't fix them.
When I was a kid, I found a dirt bike out in the woods, man. Ran out of gas. I think it was stolen,
Yeah.
Pick it up, put some gas in it, and take off. So how did you get introduced to the Sutar Soldiers?
A friend of mine was starting a chapter down here. And I was hanging around with another crew, and the other crew wasn't going nowhere. So he said, hey, man, you want to probate? And I said, sure, I'll come on board with you guys. So I did my prospecting and probating period, and I got in. And
what was that like?
It was great, man. A lot of fun.
Period.
It was a lot of fun. Nothing. It was nothing, like everybody said, oh, you got to go out through this. Dude. It was nothing bad, man. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time, doing it. I had to go.
Learning the ropes, right? You're learning the ropes.
And I came out of another crew. I was a barrio rider prior to that, in Pennsylvania with cousin Joey in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, who he already knew a lot of ropes, and I was a barrio rider before that. And I helped founded another group out of Pennsylvania before it was small. And that was the Hellbound Souls. And I had left them guys, when I moved to Florida, I left those guys on really good terms, stuff like that. But I wasn't about to come down here and bring nothing down here and try to be a part of something because I had too much respect for the big club down here, which everybody knows is who they are. It's black and white, and I'm very good friends with a lot of those guys too,
So you don't ever see angels down there, right? You've never seen
No, I've never seen any down here at all. No, I've never seen any. The only time I ever seen them was in New Jersey. That was the only time I ever seen them. In New York, I've seen them.
They're in Florida. They're in Florida.
I've heard they were here, but I've never seen them. Never seen them at all.
They don't wear their cuts.
No. I've heard rumor they were here, but I've never seen a cut down here. I've never even seen a support shirt or nothing. Never seen any whereabouts of them or heard anything about. I've heard they were here, but in Daytona Beach, never seen them.
So this is where you prospected down in Florida?
Yeah, prospected down here. Yeah.
What was it like the day you got your patch?
What was it like? I had a good time. Yep. I had a really good time.
Did you know you were going to get it that day?
No, I didn't. No, I had no clue. Nope. No. Then up with Jay Dog, who was our president at the time. And
walk me through that day.
Went over to the president's house, sat down with him. And he looked at me and goes, well, what do you think? I said, well, what do I think about what? He goes, think it's time to come in? And I said, yeah, come in the house. Yeah, come on in. Hey, we sat down. He goes, here you go. Go put this on. So, all right, let's do it. And put it on, and next thing I know, there it goes. There I'm flying, and we we had a good time. We had a small crew at that time. I think there were only about 16, maybe total of us down here at the time. But now we don't even have a chapter down here no more. It folded up. Everybody, went elsewhere. So there's not even a group of us that I know of anymore because I'm out of it. I'm out good though. I retired on medical terms because I went blind in this eye and I don't walk anymore. But I talk to them once in a while, the guys. But I'm neutral now. I'm out on good terms, and I got nothing but love and respect for them and all that. And I respect all the groups, man. I got love for anybody who wants to go and do your time and put your work in and put your patch on. You do it. You do what you got to do,
What do you think about all this craziness that's going on in the news?
I don't know, man. I just saw that the Blue Network got popped on the bridge. I seen that over there. The pagans got popped and all the wars between all of them, man. Why can't we just all, they all got to get along, man. It would be a one big powerful group. I mean, could you see if all of them got together and shut Antifa down and shut down all the movements out there that are going against the government,
Yeah, well, with all this stuff that has happened over the years, all the killings and this and that, do you think it's possible for them to get along?
It is possible. It is possible. They could all have a sit down and really have a big truce. It's possible, man. It really is. It happened before. Remember in the 70s? I mean, I know when my pop was involved in it all, they all got along back in the day,
Yeah.
They all got along back in the day. I remember going to events and everybody was there, like I remember seeing all the clubs hanging out back in the day when I was a kid. They'd all sit and party together. Of course, that was the early 70s. I mean, I don't know what your age is, but I'm nearly 60 years old.
I'm 46.
Okay, yeah. So I've seen some good times. I've seen some bad times and such like that, Yeah. I would love to see it all, a
being
big
down
truth.
in Florida, I'm surprised you didn't go towards the outlaws.
I almost did. I almost did. I thought about it. I really did. I'm friends with a couple of them, and I nearly did take that step. I was close. I was very, very close.
And they used to get along with the pagans.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I don't know where the disconnect came.
I remember it was about 8 years. Well, when I first moved here, I remember seeing them hanging around together. Yeah, they all did hang around together at one time. Yeah.
Hopefully they can get back to that,
I would love to see it all connect again. Like I said, though, I'm a nobody. I'm retired from the whole scene now. I'm just sitting here relaxing nowadays, I like to watch your program, Bill. I like to watch SOS. I like to watch all the different programs, and see what's happening out there in the world,
I try to put a different spin on things than the other people that are doing it, you know?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Now, where are you based out of, man?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay, yeah. So you see a lot up there in Connecticut too. You get a little bit of flavor of all of it up there in Connecticut, the Northeast up there. Yeah.
Yeah, one town over, the Outlaws, the Hells Angels are around Hartford County. Waterbury is the outlaw country, like
you
right
got the Huns up there yet? Yeah.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. Remember Pappy's Run up there?
There's a lot of clubs out here in Connecticut.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
It's a small area.
Yeah. We used to go up there to Marcus Theory years ago.
Where?
Marcus Theory. We used to go up there to the Marcus Theory in Connecticut many years ago. He used to have Super Sunday. It was in the Marcus Theory. I think it was Danbury, Connecticut. It was in. We used to have a big, huge run up there. It was a big motorcycle run. This was going back to in the mid 80s. I don't even know if they put that on no more.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a really good time up there. Real good time.
So how long do you got to be in that place for?
Well, I've been here for a year and a half now. Probably gonna be here the rest of my life because I don't walk no more. I'm pretty disabled up. I got kidney failure, so
Damn.
I'm looking at hospice down the road sometime. I just got out of the hospital again, and I'm not gonna be doing dialysis. I don't want to go through dialysis, so
Do you get to
yeah.
leave there?
Yeah, I go out on passes. I just went downtown. I took a bus downtown. I got a mobility scooter. I transfer onto. I have somebody put me on there with a Hoyer lift, and they transfer me onto the scooter. So I went downtown and hung around Main Street, Daytona. Went to a couple of the bike shows and stuff like that. Checked out the swap meet over there and all that. Rode around. I seen some of the different bros, and I ran into a couple of my old club guys and talked to them guys and stuff like that. They're like, "Yo, man, you gonna come back with us?" I said, "Nah, man, I'm retired, bro. I'm too tired to even try to be in a crew now. I'm just too tired, man.
You could ride a trike, right?
I can't drive a car or a trike no more. No, I'm too blind. The state took my
your eyes.
license.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
your eyes.
Although I did take a bike for a ride the other day, I hopped on. A friend of mine got a trike. He helped me climb up on it. I did break the law, man. I'm known to breaking laws. I took the trike for a ride. I said, fuck it, and just took it out for a ride, man. Rode out through the loop and took a nice little ride, man. But if I could get out and get my license back, I would love to. I won't drive a car. I'm afraid of hurting somebody. But I would love to get a bike, man. I'd have a bike built low down to the ground so I could hobble over to it, get a hand controlled shifters and stuff so I can at least get, back out into the wind a little bit. Yeah, I would love to, man.
Yeah, that would be
I'd love
awesome.
to get myself, just to get back out there, get back in the wind.
Get in a sidecar, man. Right?
It may be something I could roll my wheelchair onto. Yeah, I could do something like that with hand controls. Yeah. I seen a guy the other day downtown. He had a wheelchair, sidecar with a wheelchair with all hand controls. So something like that.
They got ones where you pull the chair right into it and you just ride
right,
like that, right?
Right. Yeah. You're right. Yep. Yeah, man. No doubt.
At least you're not stuck in there like all the time. You can't leave.
No, man. No, I go out. I got a road dog. I call him Cupcake Mike, man. He's a crazy veteran, man. Man, we go out, we raise hell, man. We put some stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. I got to get this guy on TikTok because he's crazy, man. I mean, like, this guy's wild, man. I got to get you hooked up with. I got to get you hooked up to do an interview sometime with Spin from the Jersey Devils. He can give you a lot of insight on the club scene, on the bicycle scene and stuff like that. He goes all over, man. He was out to Vegas. He was out to California a couple times. Big C, he was over in Amsterdam riding his bike over there and stuff like that, man.
They just street ride, right? They just ride around the street.
Ride around all over, man. They just pick a location. They'll say, all right, let's go to New York today. Let's go ride. Like one time they did 5 boroughs in New York where they just rode New York City, rode Brooklyn. They were at Indian Larry's party one year. They were at trying to think of that thing in Brooklyn they went to, the Rompers or something, the Stompers or something like that. They went there one time. There's a big car club in New York. They went there. They had a big old party there and took over like the streets of New York, like Brooklyn. Yeah. It was really cool, man. Really happening.
Where were you when that incident happened at Daytona, when the shooting happened at the gas station?
Oh, wow.
With the Mongols and the Warlocks.
Oh, that was south. That was New Smyrna. That was down about 20 miles down the road from me here. I was on Main Street when that occurred. I was nowhere near that.
Oh, but they associate with Daytona with that situation.
Yeah, that was 20 miles south of us here. Yeah, they associated Daytona with that. That was down New Smyrna Beach. Yeah.
What did you think when that happened?
Didn't even think. I was like, wow, what made that even occur? What? I have no clue. I mean, I caught that on the news later that afternoon. I was like, what? Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know
people
how to
are
set
always
that off, man.
recording, man. People are always
Yeah,
recording, right?
there's camera everywhere, man. That's the thing. Phones today, it's like I would have just put my phone and got out of there, man. I would have never stuck around. I don't. One thing I learned: don't record club guys, no matter what. Even when I would go to club functions, I kept my phone in my bike, lock it. I told my old lady to keep the phone in the bike. You don't take it in the house.
No, if you're gonna take a picture of someone, you gotta ask them permission. And
Yep.
normally 9 out of 10 times they're gonna be okay with it, but don't go about doing it yourself. You've seen the video of the guys driving by, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Filming. Here, I'll play it real quick.
Yeah. Let me
And
see that. Yeah.
this is where they're driving by outside the bar. Check this out.
Quickly.
You have to get that. I can't get it now. You moved up too far.
Silent reapers, pagans.
Of the porch. Get the porch, Chris.
Okay, I don't feel safe doing.
Hey, no.
Yeah, he said, I don't feel safe doing this.
I can't get it now. You moved up too far.
Silent reapers, pagans.
Of the porch. Get the porch, Chris.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of guys hanging out. Looks like that.
Okay, I don't feel safe doing.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
He said, I don't feel safe doing this.
Yeah, I never saw that video there. Where was that at?
That was in Pennsylvania.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like they were just hanging out. I didn't hear no shooting or nothing going on.
No. So the big controversy that's going on is with this guy, right?
Oh yeah, he's a joke. That guy here. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this is your buddy.
That's my buddy Leon. Yeah. I seen him earlier that day on Main Street. I was talking to him. Then he came back to Main Street that night, and he had left Main Street, and that cycle drag guy should have stopped him. He was videotaping him, and he should have stopped him. He had every opportunity, and he wanted to videotape while he rode away. And his kickstand was down. He could have stopped him. All he had to do was say, "Yo, dog, come here. Let me check your bike out. Hey, can I ride the bike?" Because he would have gladly, if you would have gave him attention and talked about his bike, he would have got off the bike. You would have kept him there, interviewed him about his bike. He would have stayed. I know him. He would have stayed there. You give him focus on that bike, because that dude would wrench my bike. He used to stay in the same trailer park I lived in. He would have gladly gave you the time, and you would have talked about his bike. He would have sat there all night talking about his bike. You just say, "Hey, let me take the bike for a ride. I love your bike. Can I see the bike?" And he'd have sat there all night.
Guy, like he's
Yep, you could have sobered him up by sitting there talking to him. But no, he wanted to record him and get that video coverage. And it's, "Oh, can I get you an Uber? Can I get your kickstands down?" Instead of him saying, "Hey, my man, could you pull in here? Can I look at this bike closer and film it?" He didn't think, man. He just wanted to get a videotape. That cycle drag dude, he's a dick, man. He wants to run around like it's a circus on Main Street, man, filming all them goofballs with the bunny rabbit ears on their head and stuff like that. Yep.
Yeah.
I used to like what he was doing on Main Street, but you know what? Now, if I see that guy on Main Street, I'm gonna roast him next time I see him on Main Street, man.
I mean, it is kind of like he should have tried to stop him, and he's offering the Uber. He should have got him an Uber because he knew damn well that the guy wasn't good enough to leave. But then there's the other side of the coin that the guy is 60 years old. He's a grown man. He makes his own decisions, right? So there's two sides to the coin.
Could have delayed him by talking to him more about that bike. "Hey, yo, bring the bike in. Can I check the bike? Can I videotape your bike?" He could have delayed him, man, because I know how to handle that guy. The more you talk about his bike, the more he's going to sit there and want that bike on camera. All he had to do is say, "Let me get the bike on camera, man. Pull back in. Can I start it up and hear it? Once you got the fob, now take off with the fob." He ain't going to chase you down. He's too drunk. Get your cameraman now to hold him there and talk to him while you got the fob. Go get help. Then get him an Uber.
Nice bike too. That was a nice bike, man.
Man, beautiful bike. That dude knows how to wrench stuff too, man. He's been to my place already. He came to my picnics and everything when I used to have picnics at the yard. He almost became a club member with us. He was going to join our club one time. That guy, he used to come hang around at my place and everything, man. Real good dude, man. It's a shame.
That video, he was like sleeping on the bike.
Yeah, Yep, he could have kept him there. There was ways of getting that man psychologically. You could have kept him there by just saying, "Hey, I want to videotape that bike." You could have kept him there, but nope. He's like, "Oh, I'll get you to Uber," and then he want to film him rolling away. All you had to do is say, "Can I film that bike? I want to get your bike. I want to do a profile. I want to do a spread on your bike." He would have kept him there an hour and sobered him up just by doing that.
Yeah, but
Put the camera on
whoever
the bike.
gave him that much alcohol too, whoever gave him that much alcohol and let him leave.
You could thank the establishments on Main Street. Oh, they're going to catch, somebody's going to catch hell over it. Somebody's going to catch a lawsuit. But when his family finds out what establishment that was, they're going to catch it. You know, they'll catch it.
Do you see that a lot out there at Daytona? A lot of people over intoxicated.
Not that bad. He was bad. He was bad off. Yeah. I've never seen him that bad off. Now, he was here earlier that day. He left. He was fine earlier. He must have went out, came back, and just hammered it. Because earlier that day I was just chilling out with him, talking to him. You know, he came back. He went home and he came back. You know, I said, "Go home, man. You know, I'll talk to you later on." He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home, take a nap." And he came back later that night because that was late night when he came back there. He was slouched. When I seen that video the next day, I'm like, "Oh no!" Then I posted it. Then I was like, "What? I can't believe this, man. Cannot believe this."
He's getting a lot of backlash, man. A lot of backlash for that.
Oh yeah. He is. Yeah.
People are saying that he needs to take his channel down. They need to report his channel and take it down. I'm like, wow,
he's not going to be welcomed in Daytona next event. I know a lot of people are not going to be thrilled to see him walking Main Street in Daytona. After that, man. Nope. I know I see him. I'm going to roll up on him and talk to him that, "Hey, you're not welcome here, man." After what you did to him, and he could have stopped that. He could have stopped that. Definitely.
I mean, he offered the Uber. He offered it.
Yeah, he offered it to him, but like I said, he could have held him there by talking to him more, by saying, "Hey, let me look at this bike closer. I want to film your bike." Yeah. That's just what I would have done. I would have pulled him in and say, "Hey, dude, let me check the bike out. I want to film your bike. Let's do a spread on the bike. Let's do a story on your bike." You would have had us focus on that. And he would have got off that bike and he would have probably sat on the wall right there. There's a wall by Froggy's, right in front of Froggy's. He would have sat down at that wall and you would have had occupied him and told him, you know, "Hey, we're going to film the bike. Give me the fob. Let me take the bike over here and film it." Now you got him neutralized. You got him, you know, de-escalated in that situation there. Now you get the bike away from him. You got the fob. Now get him his Uber. Tell him you need to take the bike to somewhere so you can film it. Park the bike where you put that big golden trophy looking Gucci bike in that little store. Have him come back the next day, get his bike, say, "Hey, we're going to film your bike. We got pretty girls. We want to sit on it and model it tonight. We're going to film it. Let's get you the Uber home. We'll pay you a couple bucks." He gladly would have did that. Now you would have had the man healthy the next day. He would have came back for the bike and the story. Goodbye, you know.
How hurt is he?
He's bad off, man. From all I know, I don't know. There you go. That's him right there. Yep.
I mean, he has a breathing tube on, doesn't he? A ventilator.
Yeah, ventilator. Yeah. Yep.
So you don't know any details on the accident?
No, nothing. Nope. All I know, man, is the brother went down, and I seen that the next day on Facebook, and that's it.
It has a lot of views too. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah,
I think it has over 1 million views.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, man.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's sad that stuff like that has happened. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, his name's Lonnie, right? I can't believe my good friend Lonnie. Yeah. He was out for a good time on Main Street, and now he's fighting for his life. He's on life support, I guess.
He's on life support, yeah.
Wow. Here, we'll play the video.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good, yeah.
All right, so you see the guy sleeping on the bike.
Yeah.
Like, that should be enough right there.
Yep. Yeah.
That is a nice bike too.
Beautiful bike, yeah. He takes a lot of pride in his bike too, man.
Hey, bud. Bud, your kickstand's down. Are you okay? Yeah. Sure? Get your Uber out of here. Don't chance it, man. Don't chance it. Be careful.
I got a little bit of a problem.
You want to get an Uber out of here?
No. I just.
He was standing right in his path, man. He
Yep.
could have stopped him. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted with this because, I mean, the guy is a grown man, but he looks
Yeah.
a little too intoxicated. You know?
Oh, he was.
Yeah, it looks. Everyone's saying you should have stopped him. Put distract him, get some help. Someone says.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have, like I said, all he had to do was tell me, want to do a story about that beautiful bike, pull it back in, let me get photos. Could I put it over here and lock it in the, Johnny Rockin's store over there with the Gucci bike, because they locked the Gucci bike. Could I put it in there and do a photo shoot with one of these pretty girls tonight, and we'll give it back to you tomorrow, throw you a few bucks, you'll have it in a magazine spread, He
Yeah,
would have jumped right on that for that attention in his bike, and then you could have Ubered him out of there,
Yeah.
Had I been there that night, I would have talked to him and got him an Uber out of there, because I would have told him, let's do a photo spread, bro. Come on, Lonnie. Let's get this bike attention. Maybe we'll get it, in a magazine, Get you some cash here or something,
Too bad there wasn't some more people around to help get him off the bike.
Yeah. Yep.
Kickstand's down.
Just keep hands up.
I don't know where I don't know where. I gotta find out where Ashley. She'll know more. She's the one who's a friend of his.
Yeah,
I had
this
to
girl.
reach out to her and find out. Yeah, that's his friend. I gotta reach out and find out where the accident was at and what occurred, because I don't have any details what happened altogether. I just read about what occurred. I have no idea yet. Like I said, I've been in and out of here all day. I had to go get my treatment done today, and then I've been in and out of Facebook and stuff like that. So,
How come you're not gonna get dialysis? What's the reason for that?
I don't want to go through all that, man. My sister had it. I watched my sister on that for a year. She was sick all the time and stuff like that. And I had a friend in here who was on it, and I watched him die, man. I don't want to be sick all the time with it, man. I get infections all the time. I got an infection in my leg right now going on, man, and I don't want to be sick like that all the time. And
Life can be hard sometimes, man.
yeah, it can be, man. It sure can be. And with my blindness and stuff like that, Bill, it's just like, and a year ago, I lost my girlfriend. She passed away. She was 42 years old.
Damn.
And it's like life has taken, it beat me up pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just feel like the end of the road is coming, And I'm just trying and trying. It just seems like every time I try and try something other, there's a detour in my road, It's like I'm in the hospital all the time, in and out of the hospital. It's like there's always a detour in the road stopping me,
Is the blindness from that accident?
No, diabetes, retina detachment. I went out to Orlando. I had 2 surgeries. They can't save the eye no more. So,
Damn.
yeah. And after the hurricane, I lost everything. In the hurricane a year ago, I lost my house and stuff like that. And then I was forced to sell my cars and my truck and stuff. I had a really cool rat rod truck and all that. I had some nice Mustangs and stuff. So all my toys had to go.
Hurricanes are no joke down there, right?
No, man, not at all. No, a hurricane literally ripped the roof off the house and stuff like that.
The whole neighborhood messed up.
pretty much a mobile home park. A lot of people took on some damage, but my place took the worst. It shredded the roof back like a tuna can, and everything flooded inside. So, and my roommate Donnie passed away, and then my other roommate, she went up to Illinois because she just got tired of living down here with all the hurricane stuff. But if she would come back down here, her and I probably would get a house again. You know, she'd help me out. You know, so I'm kind of hoping she comes back down here and all. She was a cool roommate. We had the best times. We hung out. We would go out and stuff like that. So it's just funding, man. Money is the issue now. I found places for sale, but then this place takes all your money, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll set up some kind of GoFundMe or something like that, try to help me get the fuck out of here. Excuse my French, but you know.
Do it, man. Do it. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. You know.
So what do you got planned for the future, man?
Live day by day, man. I don't think in the future and I don't think in the past. I live for the moment, man, you know? I live in the moment. That's what I do, man. But for the future, just try to get better shape. I was 611 pounds a few years ago. I'm down to 240, man. I get up in the morning. I go down to Planet Fitness a little bit. I get a pass out of here. I go down there and work out a little bit, or I go to the gym here. They got a nice little gym down here in the rehab. I go down there. I work out with our what do they call that, physical therapist. The guy's a mad good physical therapist. He works me out a little bit. So I go down there a little bit. He helps me climb on the machines. And then at Planet Fitness, I slide off my wheelchair and I got a scooter. I slide off that with a board onto the cable machine. I do some presses and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty good, man. I try to maintain. What's that?
Just do what you can, man.
That's what I do, man. Yeah. I always try to maintain a positive mindset and keep pushing forward, Bill, because, you know, if you look back, man, it'll bring you down, man. You know, it'll bring you down. Yeah.
Just got to keep striving and trying to do something to stay positive, man. You know?
Exactly, man. Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, no doubt at all.
Yeah. Any other people you got from Daytona, let me know. I'll interview any of them.
I will, man. I will. I'll give them your information, man. I got a good friend who's a club brother. I don't know if he'll come on or not, but he's well respected in the scene. I could ask him, man. You know.
Yeah, tell him I don't need club business. I don't.
No. Yeah.
I already know the club's history. You know, I'm trying to hear.
Yeah. I can ask him. That's all I can do, man.
Yeah,
yep.
I'm trying to hear certain stories, like how they got involved and things like that. I don't need to hear club business or names or any of that.
I definitely got to hook you up with Spin, man, from up north there. He's in Jersey. He started the Devils, man. You got to hear some of his good stories about riding and stuff like that, riding the bicycles. Because I want to get the bicycle scene and, you know, involved out there and stuff like that and get that noticed, because people will see us out there when we were out there riding. They'd be like, they would look like, what the hell? Are we pulling to a bar? They're like, well, we used to wear vests. They're like, we didn't hear you guys riding. I'm like, well, we're on bicycles. They're like, what? You're on bicycles? They come outside, they look. They would laugh like, what the hell? We pulling to a biker.
Send me pictures of the cuts. Send me pictures of the cuts.
I'll send you pictures, man. Yeah, I'll send you pictures, man. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. But yeah, we were pulling to some biker bars. They would look at us like, what? And I actually did run one time in Jersey. I ran into an angel and I had on my vest. He looked at me. He goes, okay, whatever. He just shook his head. He said, whatever. He didn't say nothing, man. He didn't tear the cut off me. He just laughed, shook his head, and that was it, man. I was in a gas station. You know, I'm riding a bicycle. He goes, don't you ride a motorcycle too? I said, yeah, I do. He said, but I don't wear this on the motorcycle, you know? He said, whatever. All right, have fun. You know? Yep. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. You interviewed Pee Wee on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Pee Wee, man. I never met Pee Wee, but I'd like to meet him someday, man. He's got interesting. I seen him on Ian Block's broadcast already too, man.
Ian Bix, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get on Ian's show someday, man.
I've interviewed Pee Wee probably 10 times. Probably 10 times.
Yeah. I gotta talk to Ian Brick someday. I sent him an email. I want to talk to him about prison life at Lake Butler Prison.
Oh, you been down there?
Lake Butler. Lake Butler. I've been to Lake Butler, right?
What's it like?
Yeah,
What's it like, man?
I worked out there. I was a counselor out there for a short time, man. Yeah, I was a re-entry specialist for. I worked at the Reality House in Daytona Beach as a re-entry guy. Help guys in work release coming out here. It was interesting, man. And then I got over to Lake Butler once or twice. I never worked in Lake Butler full time, but just went over there to visit it, help guys coming out here and stuff like that. It was interesting, man. But talking to guys who did their bits over there, they told me stories about the gold teeth and all that stuff, man. It's all real, man. And when I went over there to visit
like
one
some
time,
cops have jars full of gold teeth and shit
that's
like
true,
that.
man. That's true. I've seen that. I've seen it, man. When I went there, I asked one of the sergeants, I said, is this story true about that? He said, come here. So he took me out to the K-Wing, and I got the tour of it, and I saw the jar of gold teeth, man. They had those canning jars, like those, the canning jars,
Yeah.
And they had jars almost like this, filled with gold teeth. And they said that when the boys would get off the bus from the transfer center, right, the Bluebird, they'd stand on the yellow line. They'd tell them, stick your chest out. They had gold teeth. Bang! They would knock the teeth out, put them in the saline water in the gold teeth jar, shake them up, and they'd collect the gold teeth from the boys coming out of like Miami and all that. That's a real deal right there, man, out of Lake Butler.
Wow.
Yep, that's a true thing. That really went down like that, man. That's truth.
So anyone with gold teeth would get punched.
Anyone with a gold teeth or gold tooth, they would knock it out. They would knock it out. That's the good old boy camp over there, man.
Yeah, no thank you, man.
No. Yeah, because I was working out there. I was a re-entry guy at the Tomoka, the work release center. I was working out there just driving guys. I did work as a private transport guy, just driving guys around and stuff like that. Worked for a private agency like as a driver. So I would have to drive guys around and stuff like that. I had fun doing that. Met a lot of cool guys doing that, man. And the prison guards, they were okay, man, but they'd come out, they'd be nasty to me. So I'm here to pick up a guy and give him a ride. I'm just hired hand to drive guys,
Some of them could be real assholes, man.
Oh,
Cops.
yeah. They didn't like us,
Take their job a little too serious.
Yeah. Like, you're taking jobs from the correctional officer, huh? I'm just a hired hand, man. I'm not a prison guard. I'm not a cop, man. I'm just a driver, dude. I'm a hired escort here to drive this man to work, I'm taking your jobs because your union did this to you guys, not us. We're hired drivers, man. Yeah,
I really
man.
appreciate you taking the time and coming on with me.
Oh, Bill, I love it, man. I love coming on and talking to you. I'm your fan, man. I love watching your program. You got a great show, man. You cover a lot of the biker lifestyle, the biker parties and stuff, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man.
I'm going to keep doing it. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go?
I'm going to give a big shout out to J-Dog down in North Fort Myers. He's done a lot for me. When I first got home the first time, he paid to have a ramp put on my house. Love you, big dog. I want to give a big shout out to all the brothers out there who are watching from inside the gate, who are locked up, because I know some of them brothers out there got phones, man. You guys in the Florida DOC, love you guys, miss you guys, man. I miss you guys a lot, man. Want to say hi to all my guys at work release. I miss you guys, man. Hold your head high, fellas, man. Your date's coming soon, fellas. I miss you guys, man. Your EOS is coming. Puff pass for you, fellas, And I want to say a shout out to all you guys who are, locked down, man. All the 1%ers out there in the world. Keep the peace, man. All the fellas out there who are just trying to make it, man. Stay safe out there, man. All the homeless out there. I like to feed the homeless. I go out, Bill, as much as I can. If anybody wants to donate to me, man, gift cards. I'm at 170 North Old Kings Road, Ormond Beach, Florida, 32174. You can donate a gift card. I hand them out to the homeless people on the streets of Daytona Beach. Feel free to mail me a gift card, $5, $10. I don't spend them on myself. I give them to the homeless, and just lift up our bro who had that accident. over in Daytona Beach, and I'll get you, Bill. If you can find any information out, they're gonna have a GoFundMe for my boy out there who had that accident, man. And Lonnie, so wrecked up over this. I totally forgot Lonnie, and he's my boy. He was at my house. I have, he used to work on my bikes and come. He was, in the neighborhood at one time. He was one of the locals, and he almost probated to become a club member. And I want to send a shout out to Frank, Big Frankie Gear out there. When I came to Daytona Beach, he was my, he introduced me to everybody on the scene down here. He took me under the wing, man. I probated under him for a little while and took me into the clubhouse and introduced me to everybody. Thomas, I want to say, hey, Dez, what's up, man? I love you, man. Big Jim, I love you. I want to say hi to everybody at RCBC, the Redemption Community Biker Church out there. Bobby C. I want to say hi to everybody. Devontae, who's watching. Just a shout out to the bikers worldwide, man. Just keep the peace, keep the shiny side down. Big shout out to you, Bill Staxx, man. Love your program and everybody.
Shiny side up, shiny side up.
See, hey, Bill, I'm buzzing right now, bro. I eat them gummies and puffing, man. Them edibles, they just, they you know what I'm saying? Maybe I shouldn't have ate the edibles before the show, and then the nurse gave me a pain shot before, but But anyway, keep the shiny side up, folks, and peace from down here in Daytona Beach, man. And if you're ever down here in Daytona Beach, man, just hit me up, folks. Stop by, say hi, man. I love meeting new people. Hit me up, Facebook, John Haney, the Huggy Bear on YouTube. You check out my videos. Until next time, Bill, I'll have to hook you up with Spinelli, Big Mike over there, Big Cam. Them guys would love to do an interview, man, talk about the bicycle scene and stuff like that. And I want to say hi to all the chapaderos out there on the West Coast. Well, all the chapaderos out there, especially my man out there. I forgot it. Anyway, all you chapaderos out there, you guys on the West Coast, down in South Florida, you guys stay safe, man. And ride in peace, everybody out there. Till next time, Bill. Staxx, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for
coming on.
Oh, yeah, anytime. Let's do it again sometime, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, man. All right.
If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too bad. Start your own podcast.
Oh, yeah. You got it, man.